The driveshaft is a crucial part of your vehicle, connecting the engine to the wheels and making sure you get where you need to go. But like anything else in your car, it can start to wear out over time. When that happens, it's important to catch the signs early before it turns into a bigger problem. A bad driveshaft will cause shaking while driving, especially when going fast. You could hear odd sounds like clunks or squeaks from below. Turning might feel harder than usual. If you can see the damage to the driveshaft or leaks, that's a clear sign of trouble. In really bad cases, the car won't even move. How does the driveshaft work? The driveshaft is like a bridge in your car that connects the engine to the wheels. Its job is to take the power from the engine and use it to turn the wheels, making the car move. To do this, the driveshaft has parts called U-joints that let it bend and move, especially when the car is turning or going over bumps. But like all parts of a car, the driveshaft can get worn out or damaged. This can happen if the U-joints lose their lubrication, making them rough and less flexible. Heavy use, like towing big loads or driving on rough roads, can also wear it out faster. Sometimes things from the road, like rocks, can hit and damage the driveshaft. If the U-joint gets messed up, you can't really drive too long with it in such a bad condition. If the driveshaft isn't working right, the car won't perform well and might even become unsafe. That's why it's important to check it regularly. Keep the U-joints lubricated and fix any problems as soon as they come up. Symptoms of a bad driveshaft. 1. Vibrations. One of the first and most obvious signs that something's up with the driveshaft is vibrations. If the driveshaft or any of its parts, like the U-joints, are wearing out, they won't be as balanced as they should be. This lack of balance makes the driveshaft wobble, causing those vibes you can feel in the car. These vibrations tend to get more noticeable as you pick up speed. If you don't address these vibrations, they can lead to other problems in your vehicle and shorten the lifespan of other parts. 2. Strange noises. Another obvious sign that the driveshaft could be acting up is if you start hearing some strange sounds. When the U-joints or other components of the driveshaft begin to wear out, they don't operate as smoothly as they should. This can lead to some weird noises coming from under the car. You might hear a clunking sound, especially when you're stepping on the gas or slowing down. You might hear some rattling or scraping noises too. Ignoring these sounds can cause bigger problems down the road as the driveshaft keeps getting worse. 3. Difficulty turning. If you start noticing that your car isn't as responsive when you try to turn, or if it feels like there's some resistance, it could be related to the driveshaft. Specifically, the U-joints in the driveshaft might be wearing out or failing. These joints allow the driveshaft to flex and adjust as the vehicle moves, especially during turns. When they're not in good shape, they can't adjust as smoothly, making the vehicle harder to steer. This will be much more noticeable when making sharp turns or navigating curves. 4. Rhythmic squeaking sounds. When the U-joints of the driveshaft start to wear out, they may not be well lubricated. This lack of lubrication can make them squeak, kind of like a door hinge that needs some oiling. You might hear this rhythmic squeak getting faster as you speed up your vehicle. If you notice this repetitive squeak coming from under your car, especially while you're moving, it's a sign that the U-joints might need some attention, either lubrication or replacement. 5. Visible damage. Sometimes, the driveshaft itself can get damaged. This could be due to a collision or an accident, but it's also possible for debris on the road to hit and damage the driveshaft. In this case, you might see visible signs of damage, such as dents or bends in the driveshaft. Over time, even regular wear and tear or rough driving conditions can take a toll on it. If the U-joints aren't doing their job properly, the driveshaft might get knocked around more than it should, leading to further damage. 6. Transmission fluid leak. Your car's got a bunch of fluids that help everything run smoothly, and sometimes a faulty driveshaft can cause some of those fluids to leak. Specifically, if the driveshaft damages the transmission seals, you might start seeing transmission fluid dripping from your car. This fluid is typically red or brown, so it's pretty noticeable when it's out of place. Leaks are never a good sign. It might not seem like a big deal at first, but eventually with low transmission fluid levels, your vehicle's transmission could overheat and lead to some serious damage. 7. Car won't move. This is the big one. Imagine turning on your car and revving the engine, but when you hit the gas, nothing happens. The engine's running, but the car just isn't going anywhere. This can happen when the driveshaft is completely broken or disconnected. Since the driveshaft's job is to transfer power from the engine to the wheels, if it's out of commission, that power doesn't get to the wheels. This issue can also happen if the U-joints are damaged or not working properly, as they're responsible for connecting the driveshaft to the transmission and rear differential. Either way, it's clear that without a functioning driveshaft, your car isn't going anywhere anytime soon. How to diagnose a bad driveshaft? 1. First of all, give the drive shaft a visual inspection. See any rust or damage, especially around those U-joints, the parts connecting the drive shaft to other stuff. If it looks sketchy, chances are it's not doing its job very well. 2. Drive around a bit. Hear any clunking when shifting or a squeaking sound at low speeds? That's not good. Feeling a weird vibration as you speed up? And that's another sign. 3. Park your car and engage the parking brake. Get under the car safely and try wiggling the drive shaft. If it moves too much, those U-joints might be busted. While you're down there, you see any fluid leaks near the transmission or differential? Not a drive shaft issue directly, but still something to note. 5. If your car has a 2-piece drive shaft, there's a center bearing. Give that a look. If it's worn or looks off, it could be causing issues. To summarize what we talked about in this video, the drive shaft plays a crucial role in how your vehicle works, connecting the engine to the wheel. If you notice any vibrations, strange noises, difficulty steering, squeaking, visible damage, leaks in transmission fluid, or the car not moving, it's important to pay attention. Addressing these symptoms promptly is not just about performance, but also your safety. Regular inspections can prevent bigger problems and keep your vehicle in top shape. I hope this video helped. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and follow so you don't miss any of my videos.